back to Hannity, and joining us for tonight's Great American panel, our friend, Fox and Friends co-host Brian Kilmeade, another friend, Fox Business's Dagen McDowell is not here to harass me, and Fox News political analyst, even though she's a lib, a friend, Kirsten Powers. How are you?
Nice.
All right, I'm going to roll some video. This is an ad. I brought this in just for you.
Thanks.
From 2008, an Obama campaign ad. Look at that. Oh, my goodness, showcasing Washington Redskins players. You know, the team that just lost their patent because of the team name. It's offensive. Mm-hmm. Hypocrisy? Of course not.
I don't know. This is from 2008?
2008.
Yeah, I think that people have, back then were not thinking about this the same way they're thinking about it, and I think that that happens oftentimes, that people will raise awareness about something. I mean, I don't think in 2008 it was something I was thinking about or was particularly aware of, and now I've been made aware of it by a lot of Native Americans who say that they find it very offensive and even akin to the N-word. So I think that I don't blame Obama for not. I mean, Obama was where everybody else was at that time.
Actually, in 2005, we knew about it.
On gay marriage, for it, against it, for it, against it, for it. Okay, I'm just checking.
The NCAA started cracking down on these mascots actually in 2005. A lot of them got changed, like St. John's.
Seminoles?
Before that, the Seminoles is still there, and the Chippewas is still there with Central Michigan because they worked with the tribes to make sure it was okay. They used them, but a lot of them fell by the wayside. So it was out there. But by the way, the Redskins, it is a point of pride for the Redskins. Anybody who's a fan, it represents courage. That's why it was okay, and that's why people are okay with it.
It's interesting you say that, because I lived in Atlanta when the Atlanta Braves were on fire, and even Jane Fonda was doing the tomahawk chop.
And she caught a lot of crap for it also.
Well, but I will tell you that I interviewed a lot of Native Americans, and with maybe one or two exceptions, it was not a problem.
Well,
at all.
But it is a problem for a lot of them. So
you know what? For 2008, that means it was 77 years where the Redskins had their name. It wasn't a problem, as opposed to the 85th year. And you're 100% right. You're characterizing it accurately. This is one tribe that got some momentum behind him, and now Harry Reid is stopping everything on the Senate floor, saying this has got to change, as if we don't have an economy that's wallowing and the Middle East is on fire. It's unbelievable. And the fact that the patent office had this suit brought up, and now by a 2-to-1 margin, they have decided that no longer can the Redskins hold on to their patent. But the courts are getting involved.
But doesn't this seem like Lois Lerner? Lois Lerner said nobody liked the decision, the court decision that allowed free money to get into elections, and we were being pressured. They told the IRS they want us to do something about it.
The government shouldn't be getting involved in this. I don't agree with that. I don't think the patent office should have done what they did.
Kirsten Powers.
I don't.
Awesome.
No, and I don't. It's not for the government to decide. I do think it is something that the market will sort out. That there'll be enough pressure on the Redskins at some point that they decide that they want to change.
Had to write a letter about it. They don't have something better to do with their time.
You know, are people? This is another point where you talk about 2008 and times have changed, etc. Look, I understand there's shifting opinions at times, but if you tell me an Irish 7-course meal is a 6-pack and a potato, I'm still going to laugh.
Right.
And I think we've gotten
true. I'm Irish too, and I think it's very funny. Let's be honest.
That's a good line.
I will add, though, I do think this name, the Redskins name, will go away eventually. Being a lifelong Redskins fan, I can say that because that is the trend.
The only reason why, Dagen, is because if they lose their trademark, that's how they make a lot of their money. In other words, that means Brian Kilmeade Inc. can start a jersey and hat,
Dan Snyder doesn't care about it. Most of the revenue comes from like television rights, and that revenue of merchandise is shared among the NFL teams.
Right.
I don't think it will. He's stubborn. Eventually, it will disappear. Though.
Ultimately, it's a tribute. It keeps the names of these tribes alive. I live in Massapequa. Am I going to be forced to move or change it to Smith Street, which might offend John Smith's ancestors who came here bravely?
Redskins doesn't refer to a tribe, though. It refers. I mean, it's a derogatory term for Indians. So I don't think it's quite the same.
Well, if the Redskins, their name falls, the Atlanta Braves goes, the Kansas City Chiefs goes, the Blackhawks go.
I mean,
Seminoles.
I don't think it's the same thing as Redskins.
I think you brought up a good point. I'll take your point on that.
Stanford used to be the Indians. They're not the Indians
But
anymore.
the Cleveland Indians are still the Indians.
You have encyclopedic knowledge on sports. I knew you were a Rangers fan.
I'm a loser. I got a lot of time on my hands
in
and a big TV.
In 2004, they did a poll. They asked all American Indians. First, they said, "Can I call you that?" And they said yes. So they asked all American Indians, "What do you think?" 90% of American Indians were not offended by the Redskin name, and it's certainly not intended to offend.
Right.
Certainly
Three
not.
good friends. Good to see you.
Ask Elizabeth Warren. She's the only one qualified to answer.
Good. You're on your game tonight. All right. You got up early today.